Hello everyone, welcome back to the day 6 of our series Inventing Stuff with Ardino in Tinker CAD. So in this day, we are again going to do some new things, learning about some new sensors. First of all, sorry for the gap of 2 days again. This was because of an injury in my hand, but now it's fine and the series is restarted. So let's open our Tinker CAD. So now I am opening my Tinker CAD. So here is my dashboard of Tinker CAD and I am here in the circuit part. So now I will click on create new circuit. Okay, and now I will rename this as day 6. So our syllabus for today is learning about switch cases in Arduino. So today in the program we will learn about switch cases. Switch cases are like if else only, but there is some difference in them. So let's check out Arduino. And this we will do with the 7 segment and push button only. So let's also take out a 7 segment and a push button also. Okay, so here is my 7 segment and now here is my push button. Okay, so we will make a counter like thing with the help of switch cases. Okay, so now let's start. So first this terminal I will connect with the 5 volts like this, and then I will connect this one terminal with the digital pin. Let's say digital pin 5, and I will make its color to yellow. And at this point I will connect a resistor and I will connect this to the ground pin. Okay, so my push button is now connected. Now let's connect the pins of the 7 segment. So today we will connect all the pins, and you can change the color as of your choice because it is connected to a digital pin and it's not necessary that it is always high or low. So that's why we keep a random color for this. And I will be using common cathode, so make sure that for now you also use the common cathode only so that it would be easy for you to program with me. And after you have learned how to program it, then you can do with the common anode also, because in common anode the situation is reversed. Low become high and high becomes low. Okay, and we will connect the DP pin also. Okay, so okay, let's leave the DP pin. We will not connect the DP pin. We will only connect the LEDs, the big one LEDs. Okay, this is my D. So now let's connect this. Okay, and now let's change the color brown. Okay, and now I will connect the last pin, the last LED, that is the E. Okay, so now our connection is done. Now let's come to the coding part. And you don't have to define the LEDs always. Like in this, you need to define it again and again. So instead of that, you can do one thing, that in void setup, you can directly go to the void setup, and here what you can do in pin mode, like we give the name of the variable like that, you can give the pin number like 6, and then it is output, so I will write output like this. Okay, so you can do it like this, or otherwise you can just go with that int thing. So I will do that int because that becomes easy. So int, this is our B, so B is connected to 6, and like this you can just define that. Okay, so here I am done with the defining part. See, you can see I have defined all the pins till B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have defined all, and I have left the DP pin, as I told you that we will not work with that. So now let's come to the void setup. So here you can quickly write pin mode of all as output. So A will be output, and now you can just copy this and you can change the pin names from A to B, then C, and so on. Okay, so our defining is also sorry, our pin mode is also done. Void setup. So now let's come to the void loop. So in this void loop, we need to make a counter. So for that, first we need to read this button. So I will make an empty variable int val, and I will just make this empty. And here we will do val is equals to digital read. Now we will define the button. It is connected to pin number 5. Let's say 5. Now I will write here button. Okay. So after this, now we need to first get some knowledge about the switch cases. So how switch cases works is, first we have to write switch. So I'm writing only S. For that we have to write whole switch, and then in brackets we have to write that what we need to switch to. So like suppose if I write button, okay, if I write button, and then I write case 1, such cases we are using now. So after that I need to write case 1, and like this I put colon, and then here is the code line. So this case 1 means we have switched to button, so it will only see for button. And case 1, when the value of button will become case 1 na, then only these codes will execute. And the same if we write case 2, then when the value of this button will be 2, then the code lines will execute. So like this is the working of switch cases. Okay, so now let's come to the code again. So if I write if val is double equals to high, now what we will do now, what we want when button is pressed once, so it will become high. It's pressed once, then A should glow. It pressed second time, B should glow. Press third time, then C should glow, and so on. So for that, we will again define an empty variable. So let's say a local variable A is equals to A plus 1. So okay, so I have to define it in the top only. So if I write int A is equals to 0. So here I will do it. A is equals to A plus 1. Okay, and now what I will do, I will define one more variable int key, and the value of A I will put it into key is equals to A, like this. Okay, and here a semicolon, and it's done. Now we will switch. Now we will come to the switch cases. And one more thing I would like to tell you, that this 7 segment might not work fine. So there is an error that I will tell you in just a second. So we will only bother about the printing of values. Okay. So for printing, we will just start the serial monitor. So I will write serial dot begin. Then I will write 9600. Okay. And now here I will in this I will write. First, I'll give a delay. Okay, here a delay to just make the Arduino rest for a time, a while, and then it can print. Because if I will do it very quickly, na, then the wrong values will be printed. So now I will print what? Value. Sorry, key. Okay, now I will print key, and RF is done now. Now we will switch cases. Now we will use switch cases. So we will switch to key. Okay, we will switch to key. And now the syntax is, again we have to use a curly bracket. Then we can write case 1. Okay, so okay, wait, I don't know why it's not. jumping to the correct line. Wait, let me check it. Okay, so let's write the code now. So this is the proper syntax for the switch cases. So here we want the A to be high and else everything will be low. So let's paste this. Then here B, C, D, E, and this is for F and G. Okay, so now let's make a change that in case 1 everything should be high, and then in case 2 everything should be low. Okay, let's make this in a void loop. So this will be a continuous process. And, yeah, wait, make this, and now I will make this everything low. You can also just quickly do this, and after that we'll try running this and let's see what the output we get. And I told you that the main focus will be on the printing of values, that whether the correct values are being printed or not. So let's start the simulation. Okay, so when I press it the first time, the value is printing correct, it's 1. Second time, okay, it's printing third, then fourth, then fifth. Okay, so the values are correct. Now let's check the problem, that why the LEDs are not glowing. Okay, so let's see in the defining. Okay, so I got the error. We have not connected the common with the ground pin. So let's check it and connect it with the ground pin. Okay, so I have connected it. And now let's start the simulation. First I'll clear this and then I'll start the simulation. Okay, C is high. For 2 it's low. Yeah. So it's absolutely fine. Then for 3 we haven't given any case, so it will not work. Now if I want to work it again and again, then what can I do is, let's try one thing, and to be very true, I haven't tried this. Let's try that. The thing I'm telling. So first let's get out of the switch cases and then apply a if condition. So if key is double equals to 2, okay, key is double equals to 2, then what we will do, key is equals to 0. Okay, wait, so I will write here a is equals to 0. Why? Because key is dependent on a only. Now let's try running this, and if error comes, then we'll resolve it here only. Okay, I forgot a semicolon. So this is for the first time, it's glowing. For the second time, it's glowing. For the third time, yeah. See, it's in a continuous process. Okay, so I hope you have understood this switch cases topic. And now I would like to tell you the difference between if and switch cases. If else and switch cases, now the difference between that I would like to tell you. So the difference is, in if else we can give a range, string operator, that if the value is equal to this high or low, so that comes with a string. We can give a range, and told you, and then we can give a specified value also. But in switch cases, we can't do so much things. We only can give a specified value. Okay, it only works with a specified value, like we give 1, then we give 2. And like we use the AND operator now in the if else, so that also we can't use with this. So the part 1. I hope you have understood the topic switch cases. And now we will again meet in the part 2 of day 6. And in that, we will today do about the ultrasonic sensor. Okay. So till then, bye bye.